Hey guys, 219 Tiger here, and this was an important video I wanted to make. Um, it's something important to me. I haven't talked a lot about it, and it's been a video that I've been meaning to post for a long time. I'm gonna be using abbreviations in this video, because YouTube doesn't like you to actually say the actual word. Um, so I put the abbreviation at the beginning of the video so everybody knows what I'm talking about. But this is something that's always aggravated me and upset me, and that is we need to stop blaming SA survivors. And no one or nobody wants to come out with their whole experience. It's sad that the survivors get blamed. You didn't do enough. It's your fault. It's one of these things where because we didn't handle a certain situation a certain way, it didn't happen. And I'm so tired of going on Twitter and seeing SA survivors being told it was their fault when it's not. And this is why people don't come out with it, because because they're not believed. It's automatically for clout. It's automatically for attention. It's automatically their fault. You didn't fight hard enough. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You should have did this. You should have done that. And when I say that on people, it should have never have happened, period. It should have never have happened, period. This is why SA survivors do not come out and report it and say anything, because there is a lot of shame behind it. And the fact that every time somebody comes out with a story, it's automatically downplayed. Well, you're just looking for clout. You're just looking for attention. You're just this. And the sad part is, nobody should ever be afraid to come out and tell their story. Or come out, because nobody should be sexually assaulted. Period. Either men or women. Because yes, it does happen to men too. We gotta stop with this double standard that it doesn't happen to men. You know, cause I'm tired of the double standard. I watched this channel called her name is Bella, and she did a live stream talking to another, and I'm glad she brought that up, that it happens to men, and that we need to stop with the double standards, because it is true. We do need to stop with the double standards. It does happen to men. And it is really hard sometimes to want to come out with your story, because you have people sitting there, well, you should have did this, you should have did that, you should have, you know, and the shame that comes along with it, you know what I mean? Oh, well, it's my fault, so, you know. And I don't know how many times, because I am a survivor. I'm not ready to go into details yet. But I am a survivor, and I've been told that it was my fault. It doesn't happen to men. I've had people tell me, you're a man, you deserved it. I've had people tell me men don't get sexually assaulted. I've had people tell me it's your fault. And which made me not want to tell anybody, which makes me not want to come out, because that's what you hear. And it's not just, you know, and it isn't just women, it's men too. And it shouldn't happen to anybody. And it should be okay, and this shouldn't be normalized. Like, there's so much stuff that is normalized that should not be normalized. The type of behavior, that type of mentality. Because it's not okay. It's not okay. I mean, the amount of abuse and hatred, and it's sad. I mean, and it's quite sad how toxic of a place Twitter has become. That's why I very rarely use my Twitter anymore. I still have it. It's just, but the amount of hate that I see on it, and it does make it hard for a survivor to come out and say, hey, this happened to me. Because you constantly see people on there, oh, this is for attention, this is for clout, this is for this, this is, trust me, it's not. Because ain't nobody gonna want to really go around making it up. Probably one of the most traumatizing days of their life. Because that's something that sticks with you for life. It's not something that goes away. Does it get better? Yeah. But that's, you had a piece of you taken away from you. By force. Not by will, by force. And that's bad enough. I mean, I know people that have post-traumatic stress disorder over it, because of it. There's people that have trust issues. There's people that, there's depression. There is a lot that comes with it. And we need to stop blaming the victims. And stop faulting them that it's their fault when it's not. Because it's not your fault. Because honestly, nobody knows how they will react in that situation. It's easy to say, well, I would have did this, or I would have did that, or I would have did this differently, or you know what? You don't know. You don't know. Unless you've been put into that situation. which I pray you're not. I pray nobody gets put into that position. Nobody, not even my worst enemy. Because you'll never know what it feels like to be violated unless you've been violated. Because yes, it is very easy to sit there and say, I would have did this differently. I would have did that differently. Oh, that wouldn't happen to me. You don't know. Like, I mean, I've had men tell me that wouldn't happen to me. Okay. Well, what if the person's bigger than you? Stronger than you? Do you really think you're gonna fight off a 6'5", 330-pound person? It's easy to say that. Always is. It's easier said than done. And I mean, I see countless victims getting constantly blamed. And we need to stop blaming the victims. Because it's bad enough the victims blame themselves. And it's become normalized to blame the victims. And it's not okay. We should be supporting the victims, not blaming them. Yeah, there are a few people that have falsely reported it, but that's but you let the evidence come out. I would rather believe the person reporting it than not. And support a rapist. Because it's not okay. And there are popular YouTubers that use their fame to prey on their fans. One of them really being Darby Vinity. Blood on the Dance Floor singer. I mean, the countless victims that are coming out talking about that now. Yeah, we'd like to believe somebody we know wouldn't do that. Yeah, we'd like to believe that. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, right now with, David Dobrik. Yeah, we would like to believe that our friend wouldn't do that. But you know what? Anybody is capable of anything. And trust me, it's not for. And trust me, I don't think that that's for clout or for money or for fame or for. Because trust me, nobody wants to get famous for being a sexual assault survivor. And I say survivor. Because you probably have no clue what they're going through. Because that's something that can it make you stronger? Yes. But nobody wants to go around. Nobody ever asked to be essayed. Nobody. And I would not, and I repeat, would not wish that on anybody. Because it does a lot of damage. Like, I mean, I have trust issues because of it. I have anxiety because of it. And it does happen to men. But because the way society is, and the way, well, that doesn't happen, that can't happen. It does. And it can. More than you believe. More than you believe it happens. And we need to stop with the double standard. And we need to stop victim blaming. Because that's the first thing everybody wants to do is hurry up and rush and blame the victim. What did you do? Oh, well, you walked into the bedroom with them. Or you know. Or the outfit you were wearing, or you led them on. You sent them signals. That's not an excuse. There is such a thing called consent. And it's a simple yes or no. And a person will let you know yes or no. If it's no, then you leave it alone. But I've heard the excuses, the lame excuses, the legitimize and normalize blaming the victim. And this is why people don't come out with their story. Because the amount of hate, people being doxxed, people being, like, what is wrong with you? And yeah, we'd like to believe that our friend, our favorite YouTuber, our favorite celebrity, or whoever wouldn't do that. But honestly, nobody is perfect. We'd like to believe a lot of things. But sometimes things aren't always what they seem. And people aren't always who they seem to be. And it doesn't make it okay. And we need to stop victim blaming. We really do. Because as much as you want to sit there and think this is about clout, and this is about, trust me, it's never about money. It's never about clout. It's about getting the story out there so it doesn't happen to somebody else. Because nobody should have to go through that. And I mean nobody. I know quite a few people who have been essayed. And the damage that's been done to them. And it's something I don't wish on anybody. Because it does make it harder. I've had relationships suffer because of mine. Because yeah, I got trust issues over because of what happened to me. And it does the same thing to everybody else. So stop victim blaming, because it's not fair to them. And again, this is why people don't come out. Because we make it hard for them. And nobody should ever be afraid to come out and say what happened to them. If they so choose to. They should never be shamed. Ever. And they should never be made to feel like they're worthless. And what they have to say isn't valid. And to make it seem like it's their fault when it's not. And if you have been somebody who is sexually assaulted, it is not your fault. You didn't ask for it. It is not okay. It is not right. And it needs to stop. And the victim blaming needs to stop. I'm going to end the video here, guys. I hope somebody takes something from this. And if you are a victim, it is not your fault. At all. At all. And you are valid. I'll see you guys next video. Stay strong. Stay lucid. Remember, love is louder. And be kind to one another, please. There's enough hate in this world. And I'll see you guys next video. I love you guys.